it's not my thing. I remember Flat Earth Society offered me money years and years ago. And I was like, no, I don't believe the earth is flat. I'm not getting involved with this. And they really attacked me hard, death threats and everything else.
They get very upset.
Yeah.
I do not understand. I just think it's people committing to an idea.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense.
Well, it's a religion now. They turned it into a religion. Anytime that people can attack you so brutally over that, I mean, I'm on live talking about quantum physics, and they're in the chat. The earth is flat. The earth is. I mean, so that's that's like, I mean, one guy.
I'm fascinated by it because
it's interesting.
Because it's the ultimate conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
The ultimate conspiracy theory is that we are all on a set, and that the earth is flat. It's a disc. There's a wall. The government's aware of it. They won't let you pass a certain distance. Yeah, there's ice walls.
Yeah.
And that space is just lights in the sky.
Right. That's it. And the sun is a bulb, and all this kind of stuff. It's wild.
And it's attached to a version of Christianity, which is very interesting.
It is. It's tied into Christianity, the 6,000-year-old theme. The earth is only 6,000 years old. The reason why people think the earth is 6,000 years old is because most of the tablets are 6,000 years old. And the Bible was written from the information that came from tablets. So that's as far back as anybody's quote-unquote knowledge seems to extend. That's where the 6,000-year-old theory comes from. But they've taken that thing and turned it into a religion. I remember one guy DM'd me, and he was going off and telling me he was going to shoot me in the head and all this stuff. And I said, let me ask you a question. If there's no atmosphere, then what are you breathing right now? He goes, what do you mean? Well, I'm breathing oxygen. I said, well, that's a gas. Gas doesn't exist. I said, well, then you should be dead then, because you're breathing a gas. I said, what else are you inhaling when you breathe? He goes, oxygen. I said, well, no, you're breathing in, helium, krypton,
mostly
all
nitrogen.
Nitrogen. I said, you're breathing in all these other gases. Oxygen is only around 21% of that. Otherwise, you'd be dead. So he couldn't tell. I said, did you graduate from high school? He said, no. I said, I stopped talking. So that's when I realized, don't waste your energy on these people.
Well, there's a lot of dudes, unfortunately, who just get on YouTube and they listen to very charismatic people talk that don't know what they're talking about, which I do all the time. But they do it in a way where they pretend they know something is true that's not true.
Yeah.
And people get sucked into it.
I know.
And I just don't understand why you would think that Earth is the only one out of all these things that we've observed that's flat.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense. And I think, this is respectfully to all these people that believe that, I think it's a giant waste of time.
It is.
I think concentrating on the shape of the Earth, even if it was flat, who fucking cares?
It means nothing.
Look at what's going on out there.
Yeah.
It would be kind of crazy if it was flat. That would kind of like bolster the idea that we're the shit,
Right.
and that we're just so much more powerful and advanced and special than everything else in the universe, because we're the only ones that exist on a flat plane.
Right.
But the whole thing is just so insane.
Yeah.
Just what we know about the physical universe itself, and about atoms, and just what we know about all the matter that exists in our lives is insane.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, obviously they haven't tapped into, even forget quantum. Standard physics. They don't comprehend it. And so because of that, they're lost. I mean, satellites don't exist, obviously, to them. So
that's a kooky one.
I remember Hurricane
satellites
Maria.
Don't exist as a kooky one. Like, bro, you can watch them.
I mean, it's crazy. Hurricane Maria comes and destroys the Caribbean, and I unfortunately had some loved ones that were involved in that, and I posted a picture of the hurricane because I was raising money for hurricane supplies, and they were commenting and attacking. That's a fake image. It doesn't exist. I'm like, wow.
Let me ask you this. How much of that is bullshit? Like, how much of that is government, either entities from other foreign governments, where they jump into these subjects to make people seem really stupid.
Yeah.
And when people say something really stupid, if they have, one of the things they like to do is put a foreign flag, like an American flag rather, in their little their profile.
They always have that,
And they're just saying that dumb as shit.
Yeah.
And I'm going, I don't know if this is a real person. I think it's not. I think it's one of those things that's designed to muddy up any discourse about anything.
Yeah, it's a psyop. I'm telling you, I told people a long time ago this whole flat Earth thing was a CIA psyop.
I think it was
drop it in there.
If it wasn't
and
a
see
CIA
what happens.
psyop, it was someone from 4chan who just wanted to be silly.
Yeah.
And went so hard with explanations that a lot of gullible people without science degrees like me, they went along with it. And it's just one of those things where it's just, man, what a giant waste of time.
It is. It's a waste of energy. And there's so much more we can learn, like these ancient texts. And people say, well, why are you always focused on the ancient past? Well, because the past is prologue. If we don't understand what happened back then, we're doomed to continue to repeat these cycles of time that we've been in for quite some time, for eons.
Yeah, I mean, it's just direct evidence that civilizations don't last when they go kooky.
Yes.
And that things go sideways and there's natural disasters and wars that reshape landscapes. Like, look, it's all there, and it's happening right now.
Yep.
And if we're not aware of it, it'll happen to us. And then we'll be a footnote of history. We'll be one of those things. There was this amazing country called America. They got crazy. They created all this art and culture, and they did amazing things, but they went fucking sideways.
Yep.
They sold out the money. They got involved in wars, and then the next thing you know, the world is operating essentially like communist China. The whole world.
Yeah.